Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. Today is the 17th of this March. We'll discuss the today's lesson is, uh, in the tourism marketing. The uh, chapter is marketing mix. Okay. So it's a very important and very widely popular term, normally used in all uh, all business segments or even in the tourism and travel industry. So marketing mix is actually, first of all, you should know the marketing mix. So before I share the PPTs, let me explain what is marketing mix. So marketing mix is very, in simple terms, it is actually the various techniques or various methodology, because as you have earlier finish the marketing research methodology or kinds of different methods. So connecting that marketing research to the marketing mix. So marketing mix can be defined as various kinds of techniques a marketer, or if you relate it to the tourism and travel organization or destination marketer, apply or conduct to bring the product into the limelight, so that the customers or the consumers can enjoy it, or customer or consumer can derive its experience. You can explain it in many terms. So marketing is very very important technique that you need to be understood, so that your other problems or other not problems, other aspects can be already explained, okay, or explored. So we'll go to the slides, the tourism marketing TS-6 marketing mix. So let me share it in the screen. Just hold on. Yes, I think it's shared marketing mix. There are five unit, small units are there. Unit starting from unit 13, that is product designing. Unit 14 is pricing strategies. Unit 15 is promotion strategies. Unit 16 is distribution strategies. And unit 17 is the fifth P. I mean, your people, process, and physical evidence. So we will discuss one by one. So first we'll explain. I will explain the product designing. Okay. So first of all, you should know what is product, and what is, in a simple term, what is product, and how the same product is also understood in the tourism and travel industry. So first of all, the product is a kind of things. If you consider it from the manufacturing point of view, it is a kind of things, or a finished product to the customers for their benefits. If it is a manufacturing product, how the product is made, I mean, your ingredients are sourced, it is, then it comes to the input stage, then by applying the various techniques, by applying the various technical process, then the output is derived. So that output, or that finished ingredients, is called product. It can be used, or it can be utilized, this particular term, in manufacturing or in business enterprises. But if you the same formulas, if you want to apply in the travel and tourism industry, the product is actually the attraction. Product is attractiveness. How that product attracts the customers, or the your customer is your tourist or your travelers or the visitors to a particular destination. So product always gives the benefit to the consumer, to the tourist, to the traveler, or you may say it as a visitor. That's a product has a different attributes which actually attracts towards to a particular location, or maybe a particular destination. And product has some values. If you explain it in some other terms, if product has some values, that values always highlighted from the two point of view. The person who is, or the organization who is designing that product. And once it is designed, or once it is made, or once it is processed, that product is coming to the market and it is explored by the buyer, or I mean the person who wants to buy it. The person is your visitor, or your traveler, or your tourist. So they are the buyers. So that's why the product always have some value concept. So that's why product, if there is a value concept, it gives a benefit to the customers, to the consumers. So that's why product has a different meanings in the different arenas, or the product has a different viabilities, or the product has different features or attributes in different segments. And coming to the tourism and travel industry, the product is defined, is a bundle of intangible or tangible elements, or intangible or tangible constituents, that actually makes the product more beautiful, that actually makes the product consumable for the tourist. So what is tangible and intangible? The tangibles are that things, or that elements which you can see, which you can actually you can it's a physical things. But intangible elements or intangible constituents which actually required to make the product fulfill for the final consumption of the for the tourist is, or sometimes they are called as the invisible things, or they are also sometimes called the experience. Okay, so that's why the product is a culmination, or the product is a combination, or product is a blending of tangible and intangible elements, or intangible or tangible constituents, that always meet the needs of the customers or the consumers. Okay, so, if you from the marketing point of view, normally I have already explained, the product is also meets the need of the consumers, but the need is sometimes different from the tourist, or the need is sometimes different from the travel and tourism industry, but the meaning is same, and a little bit difference is there, but they fulfills the same criteria, they fulfills the same purpose among the customers or among the tourists. So product in the tourism and travel industry, as I told you, it's all kind of attractions. It may be man-made attractions, or maybe nature-made resources. So that's why product should be when we think about product marketing, then we should go for design it in such a manner it will be attract, or it will penetrate the market in an efficient manner, so that the tourists or the visitors can actually purchase that product. So that's why product designing is very important part. So product designing, what do you mean by the product designing? Then the term comes, what is the meaning of product designing? Why it is so important? Because product is just like a small child, starting from the ingredients to the final product. So when your mother nurtures, or when the mother fosters a small child, or a baby child, then slowly and gradually the baby child becomes a young adult. Similarly, product designing is a process, starting from sourcing from the ingredients to the final product. From is actually it's a and then it's coming to the market and penetrating into the market, how it feels to the consumer, what are the views of the consumers. So all the small stages are included in this product design. So that's why product designing is not a single process, it is very not a simple process, it's very complex, very it's very complex. So dynamics is available, complex dynamics is involved in the product designing process. So that's why the researchers and the today's researchers, or the marketers, they put a lot of exuberance, and a lot of they put a lot of labor to finalize the product. For an example, we are all dining in a restaurants. How that product, how is a particular, for an example, we are having some chicken dishes in it, in a fine dining restaurants or some kind of local food, but we should know that how that product is mentioning in the or coming to the menu card. So it is a long journey. So long journey from farm to fork, or the farm to the guest table, or farm to the customer's table. So it is a long journey. So starting from the cultivation of the wheat, for an example, or starting from the cultivation of the sugarcane, or starting from the cultivation of the sugarcane, or starting from the cultivation of the paddy, how the ingredients is sourced, how this it is cultivated, what kind of fertilizers is required, what much water it requires. All these things gives the chef entire food, and then the service people brings it to in front of the customers. So it all depends upon how this product is passing through different stages. So that's why the product design is very important, very complex process. Okay, and if you put this strategy into this travel and tourism industry, again it is a bit difficult, because most of the product and services in the tourism and travel industry are intangible and perishable. That is the nature of that product, and very heterogeneous by nature. So that you should take extra care of while designing that kind of the product. And you should also know the life cycle of the product, so that later on I'll make you understand what are the product life cycle. So that's why in the tourism and travel industry, tourism products are both the nature-made resources or the man-made resources. It should handle in such a manner that the entire designing process can be handled smoothly. And when it comes to the travel agent, when actually the who sold this product, the travel agent, the tour operators, or sometimes your destination marketers, so that the product is a tailor-made package. The travel agents and the tour operators, when they interact with this kind of the product, they need to understand the fully concept of the product design. And they are the intermediaries. They actually sell this product among the tourists or among the visitors. So that's why though you should always go in depth of what is a tourism product, how the product designing process happens, and what are the labels of the product designing and all. So later on I will explain one by one. So first of then we'll go to the next slide. What are the basic function of a tourism product? Okay, first point is it allows the tourist to participate in the main activity of the trip. So when a tourist is think about a trip, he think about some kind of activities, so that he will be involved, he or she will be participate, or he will be more engaged. That engagement or the participation gives him or her a particular experience. So the tourism product is always full of activities. Okay, for an example, if you'll cite an example, agri-tourism. Okay, what are the agri-tourism product? Well, when the tourists think about to travel to a agri-tourism destination, what kind of activities he or she wants to immerse. So that is the nature, or that is the basic function of the product. Normally, what happens in agri-tourism agri-tourism destination, the different product, like visiting to the local local farm, local organic cultivations, local culinary spices garden, and local tea and coffee garden, local animal husbandries. So these are the few product features that tourist wants to immerse, or tourist wants to involve. So that is the function of the agritourism product. Okay, then second one is, besides being a part of the main activity, it facilitates to leave the total experience, as I have told you. So the product should always give a experience. If the product is not exuding the experience, what happens if that product is not lively? This product is actually dead. So the tourist always wants to have indulgence among the product and services, because tourist is paying for that product and services, so he or she wants to derive some experience, so that he or she can remember it for the lifetime. So that's why the products should always give the experience. Then it facilitates transfer to and from the destination as well as within the destination itself. Yes, the product should be designed, or the product should be in such a way that it should always support, or it should be always connect, or it has some linkage to the different infrastructure, so that there will be a, easy accessibility to the destination. Tourists always want the easy accessibility to the destination, so that that will be an added advantage to his total experience. Okay. The next is it enhances the social interaction of the tourist during the trip. Yes, the product always enhance, the product always facilitate, and it always increase the social bonding, or the belongingness among the tourist, among the host, or among the tourist, among the local people, or the among the region, the residents of the that particular region. So that's why it helps in creating the social bonding. Then it helps and simplifies the travel preparation and the management. Yes, product always simplifies. It never put you in the pressure. It always simplifies your preparation, and it always also helps you to grow in the management. That is also another function of the product. And the next is it makes it easier for the tourist to remember and revive the trip. Yes, product is such a kind of thing which enables the tourist to to give remembrance, or to provide some kind of nostalgia, and to revive the trip. Also, it gives a very live experience to the tourist. So that's why it helps in remembering and reviving the trip. The next is different product label. What actually, in terms of benefits, or in terms of in terms of advantages, you may say that, or in terms of benefit, what are the different product label that the product always pass through during its product designing process. When a marketer or when a research product research, when he works in his research and development R&D lab, what he actually do, he actually research on the labels, or the kind of benefits, or the kind of experience that the particular product which is going to be designed for the tourist, or maybe for the consumers, is going to be provided. So that is the main purpose. So the label one, there are different labels. There are five labels of product designing process, or the kind of benefits normally the product offer. The first one is label one, that is core benefit. Okay. So this is the fundamental service of the benefit being bought by the customer. So the customer always, when he or she, try to consume it, the benefit, try to consume the product, the first benefit is the core benefit. He derives from the product. So that is the fundamental, very basic things. Yes. Just hold on. Tell me. Tell me. Okay, so the first level is your core benefit. What this is the fundamental benefit or the fundamental or the very basic advantages or different basic advantages that a particular product is going to be offer, or the particular customer is going to be derived by consuming one particular kind of product. So that is level one, that is core benefit. And second one is level two, generic product. When the marketer converts the core benefit into a basic version of the product, it is termed as a generic product. Generic product, what do you mean by the generic product? When the core benefit is, converted, or it is transferred to the next level. The next level, the advantage is a bit more, complex. Not complex, the dimension is a little bit more. So at that time, that product is called the generic product. Or when the customer consumes that product, he gets more of the more of the generic advantages from the product than the basic or fundamental. So that is called the generic product. Then third one is level three, or expected product. The customers in this level generally expect a set of attributes and the conditions while making a purchase, and if the marketer meets this expectation, it is termed as expected product. Yes, it is very in a simple terms. The person who is going to a market, or when the people goes to a market, they goes along with some kind of expectation. And when the seller, who is selling that particular product, meets his or her expectation, that is called the expected product. Or sometimes the attributes, the different dimension of the product is actually go harmony, or it goes along with the expectation of the buyer or the consumer. So that is called the expected product. So that is level three. And level four is your augmented product. When a product is developed with such some kind of fortified services, or some kind of add-ons, so that is called augmented product, or some kind of additional services, or some kind of additional benefits, so that is called augmented product. So augmented product is a very basic product which has some extra things, or some kind of additional services is included in it, so that the guest becomes very happy and delighted. So that is called your augmented product. Then next is level 5, the final product is your potential product. So what does it mean, the potential product? The potential product have the, that kind of attributes which is some kind of innovation, some kind of creativity, and some kind of sometimes it is called fortified, or some kind of it is enriched. It is called enriched product, which actually satisfy the taste bud of the customers, or which actually satisfy the consumers in every level. So that's why it is called a potential product. So normally, what happened at the tourism industry, and the tourists and the travelers, they always look for the level 4 and level 5 kind of potential product, because these level 4 and level 5 products are always meet the higher expectation of the customers or the tourist. Okay, so that according to that, there is another tourism researcher, or tourism the scientist whose name is Plug. He has devised the different nomenclature of the tourist, like allocentric, psychocentric, or mid-centric, because these but different tourists have the different taste buds. So that's why this in the during the product designing process, we need to understand the various product offerings in, like, level 5 potential product, or level 4 augmented product, and level 3 expected product. So most of the tourists in the in 21st centuries, they fall in these groups, from starting from level 3 to level 5. Okay, so then we'll come to what is a product mix. So in the discussion of this one, product designing process, we should know what is product mix. Okay, So product mix is actually a complete set of different attributes of the products, or different sub attributes of the products, or different small services, which is combined in one particular packet or in a one particular package, which is offered by the organization, which is offered by the manufacturing firm, which is offered by a particular enterprises. So that's why a product mix consists of different product lines, which are associated items that consumer tends to use together or think of as a similar product and services. Sometimes it is a kind of similar product or services. So that's why product mix is actually a product portfolios. So apart from that, and when we discuss the product mix, we should check the complete set of the related product or the related services. Okay, so that's why it is named as product mix. What is product line? Similarly, in what is product line? A product line is a group of related products, all marketed under a single brand name that is sold by the same company. For an example, Coca-Cola company, the soft drink company. For an example, Coca-Cola company is they have a different product line. In Coca-Cola, has have some different flavors like coffee flavors. For an example, some tea flavor, but the brand is Coca-Cola. So that is the different flavor when they are coming to the market. Some mango flavors, or sometimes it is strawberry flavors. So that is these are called your product line. Okay, so so in the designing of this product, we should know what is product positioning. Okay, that is called a over positioning. That is called a under positioning. Okay, how it relates to the product designing process. So positioning is very scientific term, or sometimes it is called also a management term that you should know during the product designing process, how you can position your product so that it will be penetrate into the market, and people will the consumers will come to know about the launching of that product, and they will feel think about your product. So product positioning is the process of deciding and communicating how you want your market to think and feel about your product. Successful product positioning requires your team to articulate how your product can solve your customer's problem, why it is a better solution than its competitors. Okay, so product positioning is nothing but how you create some psychological uh, positioning or psychological position in the minds of the consumers, and how it unique from other competitors product, so that people will remember your product. For an example, in the market there are different toothpaste are available, like closure, and your Indian markets, Colgate and all. But there are some augmented product. Colgate is salt is added to the Colgate, and it is selling in like hot, like very rapidly. So that's why the researcher or the marketers makes the feel about the consumer, about feels among the consumer how that particular product can be positioned by adding some additional services or additional product in the previous chapter that I am same thing discussing. So that's why the positioning is a kind of managerial process where the marketers or the researchers they position or they put some extra thing in that product that the tourist or the consumer always try compelled to think, compelled to feel about that product. Okay, so that it can be unique, so that it can create a uniqueness in that process or in that product, so that the competitors will think some uniqueness is available in that product. uh, what are the various benefits of the product positioning? You should know why. If I will go for the product positioning, what are the various benefits? So one by one, there are different positioning and the benefits of the product positioning. First of all, it identifies the key benefits of the product and matching them with the customer needs. So benefit that when we do the positioning, the benefits of a product can be matched with the customer needs. So there should be a proper linkage can be set up, or proper relationship can be set up among the benefits of the product, between the benefits of the product and the customer needs. Okay, then product positioning helps to create the competitiveness or the competitive advantage in the market, because market is very challenging. Market has a different product. Millions of products are there and millions of customers are there. It is the process of product positioning which makes market more tough, or more it creates a stiff competition. It creates a competitive advantage. Those can be survive who are giving good product, those who are not surviving, and those who are not providing good product or services, they will not survive. So this comes under a survival process. Then meeting the customers expectations. Yes, meeting, your product should be always have a kind of potential product, so that it can always meet, or it can always achieve or attain the each and every expectation of the customers, or it will bring a full satisfaction level of the customers. Okay. The next is, it strengthens your brand name, the brand imaging. The product always creates a ripple in the consumer's mind, so that the brand name can be strengthened, or it can reinforce the brand name. So that's why the product positioning is processed, or the product positioning is always conducted by the researcher to strengthen the brand name, or to make the brand name in the market so strong that it will never go missing from the market. Then the next point is winning the customer loyalty. Yes, it is also one of the important part of a product positioning. To win the customer confidence level, point, because products are vanished from the market. Those to
Guys, network seems not favorable on the other side. Keep waiting. Can somebody hear me? Can somebody hear me?
Hello. So there is some network disruption is there. Okay, no issue. Are you all there? Hello. Okay, no issue.
Yes, sir.
We'll go to the next
Yes, sir.
slide. Okay, okay, no issue. So we'll go to the next slide. Then comes what is a product life cycle. Okay, you need to understand what is product life cycle. Product life cycle is the length of time from a product first being introduced to the consumers until it is removed from the market. As I told you that, you know, a different even human has some human life cycle. Similarly, though product is a non-living things, it has some life cycles. How these life cycles can be determined? It can be determined how a new product is sourced or launched into the market and until its removal from the market. The entire phase or the entire span of that particular duration, particular time is called the product life cycle. From the management point of view, the product's life cycle can, or even in the tourism and travel industry also, the product life cycle can be defined as the span of time or the length of time from where the product first being introduced to the market or introduced to the consumers till its removal from the market, till its vanish from the market. So that entire time is called your product life cycle. A product life cycle is usually have different phases. So that entire span has been segregated into different phases. Okay. So it is it is usually broken down into four stages. First one is introduction, second one is your growth, third one is your maturity, and last one is your decline. So these points you needs to be, these stages you needs to be remember. Otherwise, product life cycle is a very crucial aspects in the travel and tourism, even in the management areas. Okay. So we'll go to, you can, I'm just showing a picture or image. You can see the different stages of the product life cycle. Okay. First one is your introduction. Yeah, first stage is introduction. You can see the curvy nature of that product life cycle. How the you know the product is introduced into the market, how the product is introduced to the consumers. Then the second phase is growth. The second phase growth is in the red color. That means it is the very crucial phase. What happens in the introduction phase? The product is very new. Okay, the product is very new and very few people comes to know about the product. And in this introduction phase, it is required the various techniques. to make it more popular. Am I right or wrong? Because when you are introductory phase or when you are in a introduction stage, you require a lot of marketing techniques or your promotional activities to bring that new product into the market, so that the larger people or the larger mass, they will come to know about a new product has been launched to the market. So that's why this curve is a little bit, low in by nature. Then slowly, once in the due course of time, when that particular new product is get assimilated among the tourists or among the consumers, and when its benefits are offered or when its benefits are consumed by the people or by the consumer, and that benefits try to meet the needs and expectation of the consumers, slowly its growth happens. That means it's a development phase. So slowly there are a lot of demand comes from that product. People always go for crazy about to consume that kind of product. It may be any product. So that this growth phase is actually the very shining phase or very enriched phase, where this the particular product becomes very popular. uh, so very it shines in that particular phase, and people or the consumers always look for that product. So that's why this is called your growth phase. And then is your maturity. What happened? Maturity is your that stage where the growth becomes stagnant, or there is no further development. The development or the growth slowly comes down. That means people have already, consumers have already known to that product, or people have already consumed the various benefits of that product. So in that maturity phase, people always looks for some additional things what the same product is going to be offered. So they always look for some kind of new, because consumers behavior when they consume the different product is varied by nature. It always changes. It's a very changing attitude. Okay, so that maturity stage is go up. So that's why it's in the in the upstairs. Then it slowly comes decline. Decline means it goes down slowly, because the consumers further ask for this kind of product, or that they don't look for that kind of product. That means the product is going to be declined. That means the product is going to be removed. So at that time, in the declining stage, the researchers and the marketers, they again go for the research lab, and they think how that particular product can be again again comes into the market, or it how it can be again enriched, so that the further the people can enrich that product, or people can look for that product. So that's why this product life cycle is very important. So as I have told you, this introduction stage happens when a product is launched in the marketplace. This is when the marketing teams begins building that product awareness, because in that particular introduction stage, the product awareness is created, so that it can it can brings the potential customers, or it can target to the potential customers. Typically when a product is introduced, sales are very low. Okay, normally in the introduction stage, what happens, sale is bit low. Okay, sale is low, and because it is in internet, but demands slowly grows up, and gradually it start building up. In this phase, marketers focus on advertising. As I have told you, in the introduction phase, what happens, advertising is necessary. so that advertising is necessary, and different marketing campaign is required to introduce that particular product or particular tourism or maybe to services to the market or for the potential customers. So it is actually a testing phase. Okay, so there are different distribution channels or the intermediaries. They also come forward and they work for that product, and they try to build a brand awareness. So that's why it is called the introductory phase. The next is growth phase. Okay, so as I have told you, as growth and development during this growth stage, consumers have already approved that product in the market, and customers are beginning to customers are already consuming that product. Then in that growth phase, demand and profits goes up in a steady rapid manner, because growth stage, what happens, the particular product captures the market very rapidly. It captures in a very rapid manner, and it captures the entire areas of the market in a rapid pace. The growth stage is when the market for the product is expanding. Actually, the popularity of that particular product becomes wide, and the competition begins. The same product also marketed by the other organization or other tourist organizations, so that your product becomes expand, and the potential competitors always see, the always have some kind of rivalry among these among the consumers, so that they always try to grab the different market segments. Okay, so that's why in the growth stage lot of things happens. Then next is your maturity. As I have told you, maturity is in the topmost areas where sales goes up, then it becomes very stagnant. Okay, then it slowly, gradually comes down to the decline stage. At this point, what happened? Kind of your companies or your organization begin to reduce the prices, so that it can stay in the market, or it can create a competition among the market. Okay, so that is also the maturity stage. And next is your decline. Whatever in the decline stage, things during this decline stage, what are the competitors try to create a new product with the same experience. Okay, so that they can get a new product or new product line. Okay, and this particular phase, which actually helps to create, or it helps to create some kind of new product with new features. Okay, just hold on.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Okay, so next is as I have finished that declining stage, then we will go for the different pricing strategies, or once the product is designed, it is required to give some values to that product so that the pricing so that it can be penetrate into the market, and the people can actually go for exchange process, because if there is no value or if there will be no price, so that it will be difficult for the buyer and seller to come into a platform where the exchange can be happen. So that's why price is the value that is put to a product or service, and it is the result of a complex set of calculations, research, understanding, and risk-taking ability. So what happens? The pricing strategy is not a very simple task. It is a very complex, because once the value is implemented to a particular product design, or once the product is designed, and during its introductory part, or when it's going to be launched, it has a value. Otherwise, people will not take a risk to buy it, or it will the benefit will not come out. So that's why pricing strategy, or the value addition, is normally done. So that this pricing strategy is also another important part of this marketing process or marketing mix. So pricing strategy takes into account the segments, so ability to pay, your market condition, your competitors' action, your the trade policies and regulations, the cost, everything comes into the play. So because when we want to give some values to a particular product, or we need to check each and everything into consideration, because it's there are different, as I have earlier I told you, there are different costs is involved, like fixed cost, your variable cost, your material cost, your depreciation, everything is required to come into the final price of a particular product or particular services. Because, and also there are different we should research about the market segments, or a particular target segments, whether they have the capabilities. Yes, sir. Vale. Class में उसको उस class है tourism अच्छी तो ने देख लिया so wasn't. So, what about the tourism? When we are pricing some kind of product, or some kind of you know it's maybe some kind of travel or tourism products. So, some kind of services. So, the pricing strategy is very important. It's create some kind of values. So that's why we should know about the market condition, we should know about the competitiveness or the competitors' actions, your trade margins, or even your input cost or your output cost. So everything culminates the entire pricing strategies. Okay. When we are giving a value to the product or services, we should know actually the image, what kind of image or what kind of reputation that particular product can bring to the market, because image, the brand image or the brand reputation, or what kind of benefits, it's because the pricing always depends upon the type of benefit or type of advantages it's going to be delivered to the tourist or to the consumers. So that's why the different prices comes into the market. Sometimes it is called 10 rupees, sometimes it is 5 rupees, or why it is sometimes called 50 rupees, because depending upon the advantages or depending upon the standardization of the particular product or depending upon its the quality of that product or the level of service, the pricing strategy becomes vary. So in order to check these kind of pricing or in order to define this pricing strategy, we should always during this process should always think upon its value. We should think about the different costing purposes or the costing norms or the trade rules and regulation, and many things we need to be checked. Just a minute. So coming to these pricing strategies, when when you think about this pricing strategy of the travel and tourism product, various components comes into the mind. First one is your destination attractions, and second one is your destination facilities and services, accessibility of the destination, image of the destination, experience at the destination, attitude of the local or host population, and price to the consumer. So when you are designing or when you are fixing the pricing strategies, you need to give the value to these, or that is, all these points actually mixed together to give you final values, whether it is maybe 1,000 rupees, whether it is maybe 50,000 rupees. How it comes? It comes from the values, individual values in the terms of destination attraction. Okay, so how these attractions are actually determine the pricing strategy? Yes, attraction is very, very required because the product always attracts to the uh, customers, to come and enjoy its benefits, okay, or to come and derive its experience. So attraction, while you are designing the pricing strategy or while you are fixing the pricing strategy, you need to check that the attraction is up to that mark or up to that standard. Then the destination facilities and services, yes, facilities and services is required to uh, to give a good pricing or a good pricing image to that particular product, because facilities or amenities is always looked by the tourist to make the destination or to get the fully benefit out of that destination. So the most of the time the facilities and services helps to fix the pricing strategy in a very efficient manner. Then accessibility of the destination. Yes, during this pricing strategy, accessibility of the destination is also taken into consideration. Okay, so if the destination is not accessible for the tourist and the visitors, how that particular product or the service can be exchanged or can be come into the market. So that's why accessibility of the destination is taken into consideration for the you know for the during for the pricing strategy. Image of the destination, yes, destination image is also required. Uh, Destination image is also required to make the pricing more competitive. Or if this image, the destination image is more robust or more strength, the pricing can be also go up. If the destination image is not up to the market or not up to the standard, then what will happen? The pricing becomes very low. Okay. The next is your experience at the destination. It is very very important. According to the experience, your pricing can be vary. According to the experience, your prices can be vary. So what kind of experience that particular product is or particular destination is offering, so that according to that your product pricing can be designed. Then attitude of the locals and host population. Yes, when the product is generic to the particular place, at that time, the local people's attitude and the local the host population's attitude is very very important. How they perceive the product, how what is their opinions, what is their viewpoints. So that also helps to uh, uh, during the designing process. And price to the consumer, yes, whatever the price is fixing, whether it is approved or whether it is pocket friendly to the consumer, whether it is high pricing or low pricing, that is also most important part during these pricing strategies. The next is just hold on. Then next is your promotion strategies. Once the pricing strategy is finished, then comes your promotion strategies. What do you mean by the promotion strategy? The promotion strategy means how that particular product can be launched to the market, or to reach how the customers can reach to that particular product, or the how the marketeers can bring to that product into the market. So that's why promotion is a very common word normally used in all marketing areas. It's a very management term, or it's a buzzword. It's it's a buzzword in the 21st centuries. So even in the travel and tourism, we are promoting the travel and tourism industry to because to get the more tourist influx to a particular location. We are promoting the local food, for an example. How we are promoting the local food? For an example, we are promoting the local food through the social medias, through the YouTubes, through the the food blogs, like television also, newspapers, through the local restaurants. So that's why promotion is a strategy of communication. Promotion is a strategy of communication or communicating the one place from one place to another place. That means when the product is priced and it is in the manufacturing unit, or it is in the organization, it is inside of the organization, then only the promotion is the tool, or promotion is the technique to make a awareness of that particular product, to make the awareness of the particular product price, and make a revolution among the tourists. Yes, there is a new product has come into the market, or is going to be come to the market, and everyone can consume it. So that's why promotion is a strong tool of of marketing aspects. Promotion, promotion in the tourism industry, promotion is the promotion mix. Its entire promotion technique is called the promotion mix. It is a kind of communication efforts Normally, destinations, organization, DMOs, or the marketers, they wants to create that awareness. They wants to arouse the interest among the tourists. They wants to develop that desire to consume that product, or to develop desire to buy that product, then persuade the tourist to uh, purchase it or to procure it in their trip, so that the benefits will come to the destination, or the foreign exchange will also come to the destination. So that's why the promotion is also another strategy, or it's a communication strategy. It's also by largely it is also called a promotion mix. So promotion mix, we need to be understand what are the different promotion mix. Is promotion mix can be divided into two parts. One is direct promotion mix, and indirect promotional mix. The direct promotion and indirect promotional mix helps to the purpose is it is to help to make a linkage between the buyer and the seller, or between the product and the consumer, so that the product can create so that the product can reach from one place to another place. Okay, so how, in other words, the product, the product and services, when it is coming into the promotional phase or into the promotional mix, it is carried through a kind of communication, or certain tools are adapted for this. Okay, so that's why promotion mix is also known as a communication mix, and there are different intermediaries comes into the play. For an example, intermediaries means, like, if we, the farmer produce a particular product, how it comes to the market? It comes into the market through the wholesaler, retailer, then it comes to the buyer. So that's why there is entire communication phase is developed. Okay, so entire communication phase is developed to you know uh, uh, to make the product more viable among the tourists. Okay, so what are that communication mix? Now, one is your advertising, another one is called your direct marketing, and third one is your sales promotion, and fourth one is your public relations or publicity, and fifth one is your personal selling. As I have told you, there is yesterday there is a AIDA model. Okay, so AIDA model is actually helps to strengthen this communication mix or the promotion mix. What is the IDA model? The IDA model is actually adapted by the researchers or by the marketer to help the promotion mix or the communication mix. IDA model is A for attention. It should create some kind of awareness, some kind of attention, and I for interest. The product should be create some interest level. Okay, then next is your D. D is your desire. The product should be enabled to create some kind of a desire. Okay, so this particular idea model is required to help these communication meals, or to help these different advertising process, even in the sales promotion process. Okay, so, what are these, certain tools or the specific tools which are required in every step, like advertising, advertising in the printing form, or the broadcasting form, or packaging, and some kind of motion pictures and brochures, pamphlets, booklets, and nowadays coming big posters, hoardings, leaflets, and some kind of yellow pages, directories, reprints, billboards, display signs. And I think you have seen many tourist places. You can see the display boards or display signs, and point of sale advertising, or point of sale purchase displays, audiovisual material, symbols and logos. So these are the different forms of advertising which helps to promote that product, or to uh, you know uh, to reach that product. So then comes to your your sales promotion. How the sales, how the how the sales can be promoted. It can be promoted through some kind of games, puzzles, some kind of lotteries, your discounts, gift, trade shows, exhibitions, demonstrations, and some rebates and entertainment, some kind of events and festivals. So these small small task helps into the sales promotion. The next is your in the communication mix there is a grid. These are the in entire communication mix or the promotion mix is a kind of a grid. Another one is called your public relations, like your press kits, your speeches, seminars, donations, product launch. So these public relations, because public relation is a big platform where your product designing is fully success. Your pricing strategy also, your product pricing becomes viable in the market, and a lot of customers comes into the that particular public relation forum, where they they can actually get interacted with the product, and they get interacted with the product benefits. They match the product benefits along with the prices and all. Then personal selling. Yes, personal selling is also an important part of that promotional strategy. Sales presentation, PPT presentation of the particular sales activities. Attending the different sales meetings. Giving some incentives and attending some seminars, programs, or giving some samples or free coupons or the discount coupon. So these are the personal selling, which makes the product more approachable towards to the tourist, and also it helps to create some kind of pricing strategy, a healthy pricing strategies. Hold on, just. Okay, then this then it comes your direct marketing. Okay, but what the direct marketing consists of? Direct marketing is exploring that particular product in in the TV, or in, even putting that particular product in the shopping mall or shopping markets, or even we can have some telemarketing like concept, and we can give some product features through the surveys or through the mail or to the customers on some kind of e-catalogs. You can also send to that particular customers or particular hotels, so that your tourist can be come to know about that product and come to know about the prices, so that in the long run this promotional mix would helps to bring the product on as well as the price in the minds of the customers or the tourist, and it will also helps to create a brand image among the destinations are also even among the tourists. The next is here. uh, One second. Distribution strategies. What is distribution strategies? You should know the distribution strategies. As I have told you, uh, starting from knowing the fundamental things of the product, then the product design, then the product, giving value to the product, or fixing the pricing to the price to the product, then making it available in the market through the promotion mix, then it comes to your distribution. Okay, how the particular product can be distributed. Okay, so that's why this distribution strategies always focus on the intermediaries. What are the intermediaries? Intermediaries are the persons or the group of people, or a kind of a commissioning agent, or a kind of a, is a group, a trading group, or a trading and business group. They helps to they act as an mediatories. They act as a third party channel. Their main function or the main job is to bring the product from the lower level to the upper level, or their main function is to bring that product and make available for the tourism industry or the tourist. Okay, so that's why they are called the channels, or they are also called sometimes intermediaries or the mediators. Okay, so these they have a lot of functions. They have a lot of they do a lot of jobs for the in the industry. So that's why they are called the distribution strategies, or the intermediate strategy, or the distribution channel. So what this channel is actually, they are very organized and serviced management systems. They actually they have been created or utilized to to provide some convenience to the point of sale, or they provide some kind of access to the consumers, so that the product can be easily reached to the customers, or so that the product can be easily reached to the tourist, and the tourist can easily get the benefit out of that particular product. So that's why during this intermediate strategies, it's a management concept which needs to be handled carefully. It needs to be curated by the marketer and researcher in such a manner that, and the channels are carefully planned and serviced by the producers, not left to the chance. And normally each channel, once organized in a service, becomes a very helpful pipeline for the flow of the sales, because these distribution channels actually increase the sales segment, or the the and they increase the sales for the targeted market. Okay, that's why, and these intermediaries have a lot of knowledge about the product. They have a lot of awareness about the product. They can sell that product in such a manner that they can that can easily transfer to the particular tourist. So that's why they have good distributions. They have a particular function of service distribution. They have some physical movement of goods, and they and sometimes profit through the reselling, and their product they helps to move the products towards to the consumer. And the product manufacturing unit is also sometimes very closer to the market. So that's why this intermediary strategy is a very complex process, or the complex set of functions. And in each functions, it has been planned in such a manner, so that all these steps is curated in such a way that the sales should not be go down. So that's why this distribution strategy, or the intermediaries, is very very important in the travel and tourism industry. So what happened, supplier side and the demand side. Okay, so these supply side and demand side is actually fulfilled by the distribution strategy or the channel. Sometimes it is called single channel, sometimes it is called the multiple channels, or sometimes it is called one line channel, or sometimes it is called double line channels. Like for an example, travel agent or ticketing agent, tour operator, corporate travel departments. So they are like travel desk or like some transport agents or some kind of a transport um, providers, service providers. So they act as distribution channels and they reach the products to the customers. So they act in one level, two level, or even in the multi level. Just one. Then comes to Then comes your fifth one is your people, place, and physical evidence. Yes, this is very very important part of this marketing mix. You should know, you should identify, you should your people, your process, and your physical evidence. That means your environment. So in this these are the seven p's of this marketing mix. You should know the people, your place, your physical environment. These three things that you should know, and that will be helpful for to actually consume that product. Because if you unable to identify the people, if you because your people is your tourists and your visitors, if you are unable to find that particular place or a particular destination, and there is a particular environment is created. Okay, so that particular environment, when it is created and when the entire product is going to be consumed in that particular environment, it is your duty as a market researcher or as a destination marketing organization. You should know your people, and because at that time you can derive the post consumption survey, so that it will help you to grow more towards to the product pricing, or even in the product designing. Even you can check your promotional strategy, because that is the last phase. So that the physical evidence, that means your physical environment, in which environment the product is consumed or the service is consumed. At that time, what happens, you need to check the person's opinions, person's kind of you can bring some kind of surveys, or you can take the opinions about the product. You can opinions about the pricing, about its facilities, amenities, how it reach, about its promotional strategies, how it is communicated, whether it is get aware in the market, so how it is get penetrated in the market. So everything you need to be checked. Okay, so that's why the physical part of the kind of environment, your process, your people, you should know in the last days of this particular marketing mix. Okay, so if you have I think it's all about this marketing mix. And if you have any doubt, we can discuss. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and I will share you, I will send you the ppts of all these entire classes. Any questions?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Regarding the marketing products and tourism, you make mention of that
Mm.
there are intangible and tangible products. So can you
Mm-hmm.
please make some examples of tangible and the intangible product, please?
Yes, there is when when you're going to when you are traveling in a airplane. Okay, the seat which you book, that is called a tangible product. When you are traveling in airlines, the service you get from the cabin crew or the flight stewards, that is intangible. Is it clear?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else?
But sir, what about the accommodation you can book, like a hotel and also
Yes,
car
yes,
rent?
yes, accommodation. The hotel room is a tangible product, and hotel services is an intangible product.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Sir.
Thank you. So we can finish this session over here because I have a important meeting. So I will catch up there. Anything you can discuss in the group. Okay. So we have a group and we can chat over there. And anything you require about the materials, I can provide you over there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for
Okay.
the detailed
Okay.
explanations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello, friends. Hope we are all having a great time.
Yau dai lecture din namu ya dai?